With the festival atmosphere in the air, families here are gathering together this evening for the reunion dinners. It's the Chinese New Year's Eve, where we will bid a farewell to the year of the pig as well as usher in the year of the rat.
Indeed, and in order to help us celebrate this occasion, we have invited some special guests to join us in the studio this evening.
Well, who are they? Let's just find out.
Take a look.
I wish you would look in your life. Your love brings love and happy eyes. We have good look in your lives. With the luck of love, great fortunes will rise. 必须跟我整齐划一来，左边跟我一起画个龙，在你右边画一道彩虹，走起来，左边跟我一起画彩虹，在你右边再画个龙，别停，在你胸口上比划一个郭富城，左边右边摇摇头，两个食指就像两个窜天猴，指向闪耀的灯球。
大家新年快乐！
恭喜发财，恭喜发财，恭喜发财！新年快乐，远离烦恼。
Well, indeed, for very special guests and first batch. Joining us now in the studio are two guests. We have Momo, we have Bart.
Yeah,
Bart
welcome,
from,
gentlemen.
Yes.
Where from?
The States.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Momo?
Cameroon.
From Cameroon, but both of them are now based in China.
Yep.
And we'll be talking to the four guests about their lives in China, their understanding of Chinese culture, and of course, we'll be watching together the Chinese Spring Festival Gala.
Well, exactly, Xiaojun. Well, actually, watching the Chinese New Year Gala on the Chinese New Year's Eve has become an years-old tradition for households across here in China.
Well, this probably is the longest-running, most-watched, biggest variety show in television history, and CCTV's Gala is once again the focal point of this year's Spring Festival celebrations.
And also, the annual show is in the spotlight, not just for its colorful expressions of the Chinese culture, but also the performances from artists around the globe.
And we've also got a rundown of this year's Gala. It will be held in 3 separate venues, including Beijing and Zhengzhou in central China's Henan province, and the Hong Kong, Zhuhai, Macau, Greater Bay Area to the south. And unlike the live show in Beijing, programs from the 2 sub-venues have been pre-recorded due to the recent coronavirus outbreak, and nothing wrong to be cautious. And once again, welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Nice outfit.
Thank you. This is a custom-made jacket.
Well, it looks very Chinese, though.
It's very
No, it's like a
warm,
combination of the Western
It's cold
Chinese
inside.
culture. There are even hosts on the shirt.
Yeah. And you look like you are literally living in the winter, but you are pretty much in the summertime.
The summer.
Yeah.
But you're a fan or a supporter of Chinese basketball.
I do like basketball, but I like the word China more.
Wow.
So,
Exciting.
what do you do in China, Momo?
I'm a music curator, I'm choreographer, and I'm also a fitness lover.
Wow.
Okay, and Bart, what do you do?
I'm an entertainer. mostly digital right now. Douyin, Kuaishou, Weibo. Singing is my thing. I translate Chinese songs to English.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my main thing right now. We're doing some original songs as well, starting on that. So it's going well.
Wow, I know you've been here for only 4 months. How
4
many
months.
followers do you have? 100?
Yeah. I just hit 100.
Million.
20 million between Kuaishou, Weibo, and Douyin.
Wait,
And
wait,
just-
say it again. You've been in China for 4 months.
Well, lived here for 4
You
months.
don't
Lived
speak
in here in China
Chinese.
for months.
Yeah.
You don't speak Chinese.
我知道一点点中文.
Oh, just a little
A
bit.
little bit.
But you said the number is not
20
wrong.
million.
20 million.
20
Yeah.
million already.
It was really fast.
No.
This is a
Impossible.
huge market.
Of
Of course.
I couldn't believe it either. China really blows me away. The fans here are amazing.
You never. Now you can imagine if you've been here only for 4 months and you have a following of 20 million. You can imagine how many people tonight are watching the Spring Festival Gala.
Oh my gosh, I can't
Yeah.
even imagine.
It's
What?
hundreds
Billions.
of millions. Hundreds
Just
of
millions.
Maybe
Yeah, I mean-
even a billion.
even
Could
I don't
be.
know.
It could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
I think it reaches.
But
can reach
but
a
Mama,
billion.
you've been in China long enough to know the
Definitely.
craziness
Yeah.
about the Spring Festival Gala.
Definitely, the firecrackers and all the people moving up and down, going to their hometown, meeting their families. Yeah, it's been a decade learning a lot also.
Right.
Do you watch the gala often during the New Year's
of course,
Eve?
yeah.
But
of
it's in
course.
Chinese.
It's in Chinese, but I've been
But
learning
if
my
it is
Chinese.
a song and dance, that
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can understand. And
Exactly.
he speaks
Definitely.
Chinese.
His Chinese is
He
good.
does.
It's as good as mine.
It's okay.
definitely better than yours.
Better
right?
than mine, yeah.
But
Yeah.
this is your first Spring Festival here in China.
First Spring
First
Festival.
time hearing the Spring Festival Gala.
Yeah, first time.
Surprised at all?
I think a good surprise. Everything is just kind of how people were explaining it. It's very family oriented, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Christmas time and New Year's Eve kind of in the United States,
Yeah.
but much bigger.
But if you come back to the Spring Festival Gala thing, I guess, I mean, it's been there since 1983. It's
Yeah.
a
But
new
you want
tradition.
more.
It's a new
Yeah, it's a
tradition.
new tradition.
So
Yeah.
people have a lot of expectations about
Right.
the performance every as annual event. So you're young, I know. But so
you.
what will be your expectation this year?
My expectation is like this long, with the list
Okay.
this long. But among all of that, on top of that, I really look forward to seeing a singer,
Okay.
an actor, and
A lot.
also a good dancer. No, just 3 in 1, just one person.
3 in 1.
Wow.
Is that
So
you?
he's
Bob?
really
No.
I could do
talented.
that.
No, he's here. He's here.
So his name is a him.
It's a him, of
His
course.
name is.
It's Yang Qianxi.
Ah.
Wow. Why do you look so jealous?
Wait.
Oh, and look, those there.
Yeah.
How big is his following?
He's like much bigger than him. I'm
I would
sorry.
hope so.
Sorry?
I would hope so. He's from China.
Who
He
is
is.
this Yi Yang Qianxi?
Well, he's this rising star. Well, Jackson Yi, or Yang Qianxi, is a Chinese singer, dancer, as well as an actor. He is actually the youngest member of TF Boys, which is a popular boy band in China and even abroad. He represented China at the Youth Forum of the United Nations Economic and Social Council. And also in 2019, he was ranked the 8th on the Forbes China Celebrity 100 list. He also won the Hot Figure of the Year in 2020 Weibo Awards ceremony. And now let's check out what he said at the Spring Festival Gala stage.
春晚准备过程中有意思的事情，就是跟王嘉尔老师是第一次合作，大家都挺努力的。我过年最期待的一件事儿是回家跟爷爷奶奶一起吃年夜饭。我觉得今年好像，节目啊，然后邀请的人都比较年轻化，然后有很多年轻人喜欢的艺人。新一年希望能继续有好的影视作品、音乐作品，持续输出给大家。祝大家鼠年大吉大利，然后每天都顺利。
How about that? After this video, do you have a better idea about why he's now the Prince Charming for so many girls here in China?
So his following is definitely more than 20 million baht.
I think so. Like I
Don't
said,
cry. It's the Chinese New Year.
it's the TF boys.
Yes.
They're big. I know them from America.
They're all big.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would. That's like saying, of course, it's like he was in Sync, like in America, and blew up, right? So yeah, he's like the.
But you will get there.
He's like the new Justin Timberlake, but the new Justin Bieber of China.
But you like him, right?
Yeah, he's cool.
Oh, nice.
Well, Sichuan, he's
Okay.
cool.
But I do have something to recommend to you.
Yeah.
It's for the sake of folks like yourself.
Okay.
For international performers here in China, maybe for that stage, because the Spring Festival Gala is not just a national tradition now in China, it's also a way for other countries to share their customs and culture. So this is indeed an international stage, and that is why this year we have a very special program. It's called Belt and Road Carnival. It's a special song and dance routine, and we've invited all these dance groups, including Russia's renowned Moiseyev Dance Company, the contemporary Abe Dance Company from Cameroon, and the Azerbaijan State University Song and Dance Ensemble, and also India's Bollywood dance troupe, the Taj Express. So you never know. So maybe you have the chance to perform next for the Spring Festival Gala. And we also need to go backstage for a sneak peek at their preparations. Take a look.
As soon as you see the outfits, you'll come to know that it is from India, and the girls are dressed in traditional Indian outfits, and so are the boys, and we are a total of 22 performers on stage. I think India and China as countries, we have a very distinct tradition that is still prevalent even in today's day and age, and we are neighbors. So if India doesn't perform in China, then who?
China and Africa now, they are having a good relation that they're establishing, and I think it's important to let what is happening between our governors be a kind of thing that we can also find with people. People more have to understand more what is happening in Africa and what is happening in China. The more the population of China and African citizens will be understanding the culture and what they are doing, I think the more we will be having a good collaboration actually. My favorite dish actually in here it's a chaozi, dumpling. I like it.
Happy Chinese New Year to all the CGTN viewers.
To all the CGTN viewers, I wish you guys a happy New Year and a happy Spring Festival. I hope that this New Year will be a wonderful and beautiful to all of you guys. Happy New Year. Yeah.
Well, we are about to start a brand new chapter in the new year, and we're not the only ones here. Now let's hear what our correspondents in DC have for us.
Springfest is that time of year where people travel near and far to be with their families and, of course, their friends, just as in parts of Asia. Here in the Americas, a big highlight is a big dinner with special dishes such as dumplings and nian guo. Many restaurants also will hire professional lion dancers to perform outside their shops and light firecrackers to bring wealth for the coming year. Also, many communities will hold Chinese New Year parades with lanterns, music, and sometimes even long dragon dancing processions. Already here in the U.S., the celebrations are underway. The U.S. Postal Service is even getting in on the act. They're out with this commemorative forever stamp. Here's a look at it. So it's a rat mask, which is mostly in blue, which is said to be a lucky color for those born in the year of the rat. And joining us now is a real rat, Nathan King.
And as we know, red envelopes, Hong Bao, in China is a big deal at Chinese New Year. It's going to be a good year for money. Although I put this on our boss's desk, and guess what? It's still empty. So perhaps it will get filled as we go into the celebrations.
The Chinese New Year is as important as the Christmas.
Super Bowl in China.
Your fondest memory about the Chinese New Year?
I think about the Chinese rice cake. Yeah, that's it.
Like most newsrooms, we have an assignment desk, we have a live desk, but here we also have a Springfest desk. And sitting at our Springfest desk is Shakar. Why might that be?
Hi, Mike. Well, I came to the Springfest desk to see if there were any red envelopes, maybe. We haven't been given one yet, so fingers crossed.
Hey, it's Lunar New Year. We're talking to different people. It's Mario from the Heat. You're from Brazil. How important is this holiday in Brazil?
We have a big Chinese community in Brazil, but it's not a holiday that we know a lot of. But I do know there's animals involved, and this year is the rat or the mouse. I never know which one is it.
Well, that's a big question, isn't it?
Yes.
You don't know the answer.
I'm going with the rat.
Did you catch the fever?
Well, I did learn to kind of sing along to some of the songs in the grocery store.
Oh, we want to hear a little of that.
Oh, it's been a long time. I'm sure I've forgotten.
It seems to me that I'm always working during the Chinese New Year's Eve.
I was born in February, so that is... Actually, I don't even know. No, I have no idea. I don't know which animals correspond to which year. Yeah, no clue.
No clue at all. That's the year of the rat. Well, that's what our DC office has for us, and let's check in with our London bureau to see what is happening there.
And now our correspondent Andrew Wilson is in London's Chinatown. Hello there, Andrew. Happy Chinese New Year. Well, it seems the holiday spirit seems really high there. Tell us more.
Oh yeah, plenty more. We don't want to get competitive with the United States there, of course. However, here in Soho, in the heart of London's Chinatown, they are cooking up a storm in preparation for the evening tonight and for the celebrations throughout the weekend. Let's have a look at how busy the chefs are already getting. I'm sure you all know what that is. That's the pork and spice mix as the dim sum are being put together here. This is the dim sum station at the Shanghai Modern Restaurant here in the heart of Soho in Chinatown, where they're getting ready for the guests tonight. Let's have a chat with one of the managers here. Andy Howe. Andy, great to talk to you. Thanks for talking to us. Are you expecting a busy weekend?
Yeah, it is. It's very busy because people, today is the Chinese New Year Eve, so a lot of people from mainland China or the other countries, they all come to the Chinatown to having the family gathering dinner.
And you're a great position here because the parades often come right outside your window.
Yeah, you're right. And here is quite a lot of famous and popular attraction around this area as well. So in this area, the tourists and local people must come.
Okay, now it's a little early in the day, perhaps for dinner, but you've got some great food already prepared. Yeah. Why don't you show us the sort of things that people might be eating tonight?
The first one I would like to show you. So this is the traditional Shanghai pork xiaolongbao. It's very popular and very tasty. It got soups inside and some pork. So people, they all like it.
What else?
And this is pan-fried bun. It's very, very popular, tasty, and got juices inside. It's very good.
And the fish as well is popular at this time of year.
Yeah, this is sea bass. It's the whole sea bass with some sweet and sour sauce. People all like it.
Now, is it true that fish is the traditional meal on New Year's Eve? Is that what people like to eat?
Yeah, for the Chinese people, we all like to eat fish, and also the fish. It means for Chinese, it means good luck.
Good luck,
yeah,
and a prosperous future, and all the other blessings that you get from your. Now it's the year of the rat starts this weekend. Mm-hmm. Are you a rat by any chance?
I'm not.
What animal are you?
Horse.
Horse. So what does that mean? What does a horse tell us?
Strong, working hard, and go faster.
Okay. Well, the rat, as I know because I'm a rat, is thrifty, careful with money, intelligent, but a little bit timid. So let's hope the year is good for both of us. Well, that's just an example of all the different restaurants up and down the streets here in Soho's Chinatown here in London, cooking up a storm. The restaurants are empty now, but it's really just past breakfast time. Give it a few more hours and the tourists will be coming in, the local Chinese from London will be coming in, and the Chinese nationals from further around the company will descend on London for the parades in Trafalgar Square, just half a mile from here, and then over here for some tasty cuisine to finish off the celebrations. That's what's going to be happening here. I guess I know what's going to be happening with you as well. Back to you now.
Thank you very much, Andrew, for the report. Indeed, give it some time, and in about a few hours' time, it will be a different scene at Chinatown in London. But they could have access to the Spring Festival Gala, which is about to happen in less than 10 minutes.
Yes, and also, gentlemen, you now get a better idea about how passionate people here about this Spring Festival Gala. So let's say if you, gentlemen, both of you, could really work hard all the way up to be on the stage, you know, the center stage of this gala, what kind of performances do you think you will bring and present to our viewers here?
I would love to do an original song. This year. That's what I'm working on. So we're working on a lot of original music.
Chinese, English?
Yeah, it would be. It would be mostly Chinese.
Original Chinese.
Original Chinese. Yeah, I'm studying Chinese very hard this year. I can already sing it. It's hard for me to speak it, but singing it's easier for some reason. So that would be my goal: sing an original Chinese song on that stage. That'd be crazy.
Momo?
I think I'll kind of bring a mix of foreign and Chinese dance elements on the stage. Yep.
Okay, so let's say this is the stage for you for the Spring Festival Gala. Okay, we'll give you some time to prepare for it. This is your moment. This is your stage, all right?
Surprises, please. We have really high expectations.
Do it now, but we'll give you a few minutes because now we're going to show you our colleagues in the office in Beijing what they have prepared for us. It's a dance.
It's a dance. We'll see.
Take a look.
3, 2, 1, go!
草原最美的花，火红的萨日朗，一梦到天涯遍地是花香。流浪的人儿啊，心上有了他，千里万里也会回头望。
春节快乐！
祝全国人民新年快乐！新年快乐！新年快乐！
Performers from China and abroad are sending their Chinese New Year greetings to audiences across the country before they hit the stage on this eve of the Year of the Rat. The gala has seen an increasing number of international performers in recent years, and 2020 is no exception. Dancers and musicians from India, Russia, Cameroon, and Azerbaijan will bring a mashup of traditional dances from their home countries.
India is known for their colors and costumes and glitter and shine and everything. So that's exactly what we are bringing on the plate. I can't expose the name right now, but I am very sure once you watch it, you'll know. It's everything you can imagine and more. I'm just hoping it'll be good and you guys will enjoy it.
Pour le moment, on va jouer avec deux instruments.
We're very honored to perform on this stage. Audiences can expect some traditional dance and music from Cameroon. I'll be playing a traditional instrument called the marimba, while my fellow performers will play the drums.
This year's Spring Festival Gala is also dedicated to breaking the boundaries of the stage and enhancing the audience's sense of participation. Through sophisticated video production, audiences would have the ultimate naked eye 3D experience in front of their screens. By introducing the new technologies to the gala, creators say they hope to keep it fresh and innovative while passing on the tradition. Shen Li, CGTN, Beijing.
Hey. 新年快乐, Happy New Year. Some of you might know this song. If you don't, you're about to learn it. This is disco, baby. Let's go. Yeah.
Girl, you're so fine, can't get you out of my mind. We can see this is right in the middle of the night. Forget about that guy, erase him from your mind. Girl, you're a perfect dime, you know that,
can have the best of me, you can have the worst of me. What kind of a second generation is in front of me? This is such a vibe beat, I gotta have those hot feet. But I know that there were obstacles that I must first beat. Be that beat machine in my head, cut you beat. I'm the OG Pachi, I make every DJ scream. You should know, yo, everything revolves around me. Move left and tap to what you getting on me. Move right and a rainbow, you see. Hey, move left and tattoo a rainbow on me. With an ant, a dragon, you see. Sticks on your chest and then make a massive scene. Make sure that your hair is bobbing. Hey, hold my index, pointing to the sky shining. As I point to the sky shining, let's go. Hey, 谢谢，新年快乐。
Thank you.
Oh, definitely ready for the Spring Festival Gala stage. You're watching a special on CGTN. We'll be right back. And welcome back to CGTN's Spring Festival special, Living in China. As we ushering the Year of the Rat, we will explore traditions of this festival together with our two new guests.
Exactly, and now joining us are TV personalities, Cameron Anderson from Australia, and also this beautiful lady is Zenica Smirnova from Latvia. So welcome to our show, and tell us a little bit more about yourself.
What do you do? How long have you been here in China?
Everything.
All right, so my name's Cameron Anderson. Most people might know me as Anlong. And so I started out as a lawyer. I ventured to China in a Chinese law firm, did that for 3 years, was asked to be a guest show on a travel show called Getaway on ICS. Everyone loved it and they said, can you be a TV host? And I'm like, wow, okay. So I decided, let's change my job, change to be a TV host.
Okay.
Did that for 7 years. And then I met the love of my wife. You know, I met the love of my life, which is my wife.
Which is your wife.
And then I decided I got to be at home more, so I decided to go into online media.
Oh,
so now
online celebrity.
Right, so it's a transition, and that's where I am today.
Not a lawyer anymore.
Well, a lawyer in the heart and in the brain.
Okay.
But, physically, I'm an entertainer.
Okay.
What about you, Angela?
Well, I'm Angela from Latvia, and my Chinese name is Anze. I've been living in China for 12 years. First, I started to study here, and I'm also doing some TV stuff, hosting in Chinese.
Wow.
Well, we've known each other for many years, but you know, I've only known you for your Chinese, by your Chinese name.
Oh, really?
Angela. So this year, you've been here, both of you have been in China long enough
Forever.
to know the new year is going to be the year of the rat. And it is for the first time in 60 years, the beginning of a new decade on the Western calendar coincides with the year of the rat, which marks the beginning of the 12-year cycle of the Chinese zodiac. Let's take a look at what makes this zodiac animal so special.
The rat is the first of all Chinese zodiac animals on the lunar calendar, thanks to its cunning nature. A myth tells of a meeting hosted by the Jade Emperor aimed at setting the order of the lunar calendar by placing each animal based on their arrival time. The rat tricked the ox into offering him a ride, but jumped down ahead of the ox at the finish line, thus winning the race and becoming the first animal on the calendar. The mischievousness of the rat is also celebrated in Western cartoons. One example is the mouse Jerry, a character in the American animated comedy shorts Tom and Jerry. Another is Mickey Mouse, cartoon character and mascot of the Walt Disney Company. He has won over the hearts of millions with a cheerful mind and an adventurous and playful streak. Each of the Chinese zodiac animals has its own characteristics, with the rats representing wisdom. People born in a rat year are believed to be witty, adaptable, and curious, and those born in a metal rat year, such as 1960 and this year, 2020, are said to be good problem solvers. Many postal offices around the world have released commemorative stamps for the Year of the Rat, highlighting the animal's playful style. Rats will also make their appearance in Chinese folk art this year, such as jianzhi or paper cutouts. In accordance with the Chinese zodiac cycle, the Year of the Rat starts on January 25, 2020, and lasts until February 11, 2021, when the Year of the Ox begins.
So it's going to be the year of the rat.
Yeah.
It seems there are a lot that I didn't know about the rat word mouse. So
I mean, all nice words about being a rat. Yeah?
exactly. What about you two? Do you have an idea about what your zodiac sign is? Don't tell me it's panda.
Are you a rat?
No. He'll say I'm a cat.
Angela, tell me.
Yeah.
What's your zodiac animal?
If I will tell you, you will know what is my age. This is the problem. You know? In my country, like we all know what our zodiac is, but we don't know. We cannot count the age. So this is the problem.
You think about this, because we're going to send you the live pictures of the Spring Festival Gala. It just started about 2 minutes ago. The first show is a grand dance program. It's called Ode to the Springtime. springtide. The legendary Spring Festival Gala now has started. So what do you think of this first program?
I love watching it on TV because you get these insane angles. I mean,
Yeah.
that was also, you see the bird's eye view, right?
Mhm.
I think they should have like special tickets where you can look through a glass ceiling and see that. I mean, it's one of the best angles, you know? It's
Yeah.
like you got your 3D glasses on, you know what I mean? It's really good.
Did you notice the formation of 4 characters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the dancers.
Exactly.
Happy
Chinese
Spring
New Year.
Chinese, Happy Spring Festival, Happy Chinese New Year. So what is your animal?
Okay, you can guess. No.
I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm a rabbit.
You're
But
a
in my
rabbit.
country, we also call it like Year of a Cat.
But the thing is just meant the year of the cat.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true, Year of a Cat.
Okay.
Meow, meow,
Yeah, I
meow,
was
meow,
born
meow.
in the year of the fish.
So you're like 21 years old. Wow.
So you're really good at maths, right?
I
Calculating.
am.
So just
Smart
now you were
girl.
mentioning if I tell you my zodiac animal, you can count how old I am. So
Yeah.
what's the trick? It's simple, but what's the trick?
Like you have to know
It's
when
a
I was
cycle
born.
of 12
yeah,
years,
it's a
yeah.
cycle, 12 years
Yeah.
going around. But I don't know the order. Like I know the first one is a rat, year
Yeah.
of a rat, and the last one is the year of a pig.
Yeah, Yes.
And
that's last
what
year.
happens next is ox, and then sorry, I don't know.
Tiger.
And I always go to the end because I'm the year of the pig.
Okay, that's last year's.
Right, but then I
Okay.
realized I'm the same as the Spring Festival because the Spring Festival is also the year of the pig.
Where the rabbit is.
It was born in
Where am
1983,
I?
the same as me.
It's coming. You'll get there.
Have you ever played the trick with other ladies? Say, hey, what is the zodiac animal you were the year you were born?
To figure out their age.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's
He doesn't have the courage to do
yeah,
that.
I don't think I want to do that. Let's like, you know.
It's too risky to do that. in
Exactly,
China.
that's a bit
People
risky.
just
Don't talk
know.
about age straight away.
There is also one more thing about the characteristics of people who are born in the year of a certain animal.
Yeah.
I can never tell why this is true or not.
Yeah.
Do you believe in that?
something.
Like if you're born in the year of the
50-50,
rat, then you're supposed to be
Sharing some common qualities.
wisdom. I don't know.
You know, I think the link might have to be with the temperature in which you were born.
Wow, you know a lot
You know,
of
all
China
this
now.
area of the
I don't know,
country.
like
Yeah.
that's the most, because if it was hot, maybe you're a little bit more hot-headed, or maybe you're cool-tempered. I don't know, maybe the
You don't
temperature.
know. Do you think
You never
it
know,
really
yeah.
makes sense?
I mean,
Hot
just
is
imagine how many people would be born in that one moment at the same day,
Yeah.
at the same moment. I mean, are they all alike?
They're all
Maybe
robots, yeah.
something is correct, but not all of it.
Yeah, but at the
Yeah.
same time, there are also other theories about your blood type,
Yeah.
what is this?
Constellation, yeah.
So if put everything, that's
something
Western
common.
and Chinese,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Put everything together. Who are you? You're already already
I'm a
defined
rabbit, I
before
run
you were
fast,
even
I
born.
guess.
Well, I think it's a discussion topic that sort of gets people to an excuse to talk about, the reason why you guys are good together, and I think it makes a good
matches,
topic.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's sort of like it's like an icebreaker, I think.
I have a list here. Who are compatible with who?
Okay.
Okay,
Let's
do it.
listen to it.
Monkey, rat, and dragons.
Wow.
Yeah, perfect
So we
pair.
two really
Not
go
pair,
with each
screw,
other.
Yeah.
I'm a dragon.
Snake, rooster, and ox.
Uh-huh.
They're
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Tiger, horse, and dog. They're good.
Okay.
Pig, rabbit, and
Rabbit. We're doing good.
Very good.
goat. Yeah. I couldn't even recognize my own writing.
It's a Chinese
Very
New
good.
Year. Yeah.
But there is the contrary to that theory too. So who is not actually compatible
Oh
with
yeah,
who?
that's yeah.
Which I'm not going to say tonight here in this special
Say
program.
the defense. Yeah.
Right. Stick
But I don't
poker.
know. Once again, I don't understand the foundation of this theory.
Yeah,
Do
but
you-
maybe there are some, like going back thousands of years, there are some philosophies, that could really support. Are you laughing at me? But also here in China, so many people believe that, those animals, they not only could represent to some degree people's personalities, characteristics, and even their fate. To what degree do you? Oh, what do you mean by oh really? So you don't believe it, or you could buy it
It's
to
not
some
like
degree?
I don't believe it, but I'm not just reading too much about it because I think if I will know too much, it will influence my thinking, and I will think that this is my destiny. So I will go like this.
Sounds
so
like
this is
Back
why I
to
don't
the
want to know
Future.
too
So
much.
that means you do believe in the
Yeah,
theory.
Trying
you're
to, by
worried,
avoiding
you've been
it.
there.
Yeah.
So I guess so, maybe.
But again, I mean, maybe it doesn't really happen that much among the younger generation, but probably with the older generation, they do believe in that. Remember, there is another show. This is the Belt and Road Carnival show that I mentioned earlier. This must be the one presented by the Russian dancers. Next one is from Cameroon. It's very much like a combination of the dance groups from all these different countries along the Belt and Road countries.
The dancers from Azerbaijan.
Well, indeed, this is becoming an international stage where we not only are watching the performances presented by Chinese artists, we're also seeing these artists from around the world, different countries, and we're even seeing that happening even more these years. So when we say, now
From India.
from India,
Yeah.
Taj Express from Bollywood.
From Bollywood.
No, so when we say there is the possibility that one day our other two guests might just make it to the stage of the Spring Festival Gala, we're not joking.
The best of luck to them.
Indeed, Angela.
What about
everything is
Yeah.
possible?
Make a wish today.
Who knows, maybe next year.
You never know.
And there was one time, probably in the 80s, when Indian films, or even maybe even before that, Indian films were extremely popular in China. And there seems to be a coming back of Indian films these years, in recent years, and some of them really made a great success in box office. That's Chinese.
Yeah. Now we're going back to China.
Is it? I thought it was a dragon.
It's lantern. The red lanterns.
gravity going on.
Everything
Previously
could
we
fly.
saw- yeah, it's like defying gravity.
Is it?
Wow.
Am I mistaken? Because I remember seeing some dancers from different countries are actually sharing the same stage,
Yes.
giving that performance.
Yep.
Well, Chinese New Year is one of the world's most celebrated festivals. It's rich with traditions, and people have a long list of things to do during this special time.
So how much do people from different countries know about this traditional holiday? Let's find out.
All 12 zodiac animals, a rat, an ox, a pig, a dog. What else has there been since I've been here?
I've been in China, I've been in a place called Ningbo, I've been in Beijing, I've been in Hong Kong, and I found out in China there's a lot to learn from Chinese people. I know in January it's a big festival and they're celebrating the New Year.
Off the top of my head, about 3 or 4. Dog, cat, there's a rabbit, tortoise. That's it, I think.
It probably involves food and Chinese meals, and that's about it. I know they have it up in London, in round Soho, and I think round there, you know, lots of sort of Chinese community and things, and restaurants and things. But that's about all I know about it, to be honest.
Well, I do know that it involves different animals, and I believe it's to do with, I'm not sure who won the race and the order. I think so, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all.
Our daughter here from California, so we have a large Chinese community in near San Francisco, and so we're very familiar with the holiday. So each year there's a cycle of like 12 animals that the year is named after, and some of the animals bring good luck and some are not so good luck.
Yeah, they usually name the years after animals. Like last year was the year of the pig. This year is the year of the rat. Yeah, they usually go alternating with these different animals.
The most popular fruit that you have to give to older people on Chinese New Year is oranges. The date always changes for Chinese New Year because it follows the lunar calendar, so it follows the moon. My family would be so happy. In Mandarin, 新年快乐.
Well, it seems people know a lot about the traditions of the Chinese New Year.
Yep.
So let's test how much you know about Chinese New Year.
Waste time.
Is it Quiz time! Quiz time!
to school? Okay. No.
3 seconds for each question.
Oh my God.
Now, all easy questions. So, which is the Chinese zodiac animal of 2021?
Well, that's, you know.
Oh, let's take a look at
there
spring.
any
So snake,
ABC?
ox,
No.
or rooster. Pick one.
3, 2, 1.
2.
Ox.
Ox.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
has to be.
you.
Has to be.
Totally.
Yeah, that's correct answer. So, second.
So what are some of the special food for Spring Festival? Dumplings, sweet rice balls, or fish?
Sweet rice balls?
I really
They're
don't
all
know.
special for spring. What is so special for Spring Festival?
So special, I guess it's maybe dumplings.
Dumplings.
Yes.
No, I guess it really depends on where you're
Tiny
from.
ones.
So I guess all of them are correct answers.
Yeah.
Let's make it that way.
Right.
So 3. What does the word Nian mean in Chinese mythology? A. Celebration. B. Happiness. C. Monster.
Oh, this is
年糕?
part 1.
年
Yeah, no, it's not even relevant.
年年有余.
Nian.
No.
Very
Yeah.
sticky.
It's yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Just pick
Sticky,
one.
right?
And
Okay, it's
what
A.
was it?
A.
Definitely A, yeah.
Celebration. A. Celebration. B. Happiness. C. Monster.
I
Nian,
choose
as
D.
in 过年. You choose C, monster?
It's monster. Back to according to
That's
the
right,
legend,
actually.
basically, there is the monster, and people. That is why No, I'm going to stop here because I'm going to review the answer to the next question. Right. Right, so number 4.
Okay, so which animals are in the Chinese zodiac?
Ooh.
Cat, dog, monkey? Which
Well,
ones?
Just C, I mean, and D. And
There's
B.
no D.
B.
2 answers, right? B
Yeah,
and
well,
C.
which
B and
animals?
C.
So in plural form.
So
Yeah.
dog and monkey.
Dog and monkey.
Dog and monkey.
No cat.
You're so
No
smart.
cat.
No cat.
Yeah, being tricked by the rat. No fish, no rat.
No Tom and Jerry.
Okay, no cat. The rat then there. So final one. Why do the Chinese light firecrackers during Spring Festival? A, to bring good luck. B, to celebrate. And C, to ward off evil spirits.
I think to scare away the
I
nian.
guess. No?
To scare away the nian. 对吧？吓唬年.
Yeah, and I mean, it's related to the previous question about what Nian is. It's a monster, so either to ward off the bad spirits or to scare away the monster.
Yeah.
Okay, and here are some topics trending on Chinese social media Weibo. With the Spring Festival Gala now underway, social media are a major source to check rundown.
Well, many people at home are scrolling through their phones to check their favorite performers as well as performances. It is currently leading as the top hit on the list. Health is the main theme of this year.
While China struggles to contain the new coronavirus, one of the most popular hashtags is health as the best blessing. And once again, you can follow our live coverage and live stream of the event on CGTN's website and mobile app. Once again, best wishes to everyone, to all of us. Keep safe, keep healthy, and stay safe. That's really the best blessings. And I guess people are now, I mean, the way to watch the Spring Festival Gala is different now these days, because you watch at the same time you interact with anyone else who might be watching the same thing. Same program.
And people now just watch the show with their phones in hand. They can't leave without a phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Phone is our life.
Digital
It's our
life.
world.
Yeah.
So both of you have been long enough in China. Tell us your impression of the Spring Festival Gala.
Well, I think in terms of change, like when I first saw it, it was focused a lot on the key acts. You got the skits and the great singers, and a lot of the xiangsheng was also very big.
The crosstalk.
Yeah, crosstalk. And but now it's like they've gone a big wider scale. The dazzling effects are getting there and the eye catching. And the one thing I like though is the martial arts has stayed very similar. Like martial arts is still martial arts.
Chinese kung fu.
Yeah, because I love that. I'm like. I do karate. Yeah, I'm a black belt in karate, but I also had the honor of going to the Shaolin Temple and training with the Shaolin monks. So
you did do, what is it called in English?
Yeah, like a chenggun.
Chenggun.
But
the bow. And also the nunchucks. Yeah, shuangxiegun.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And so for me, it's like it's a place in my heart, and I like to see how they keep, the origins and keep it sort of back to the basics, but putting all these other effects over it. But it never covers the kung fu. The kung fu always shines through, which is really good to see.
Wow. What about you, Angela? Because I know you're an avid fan of this gala.
I'm a super fan of
I've heard of
yes.
Yes.
But when I came to China first, I was more interested in dancing and singing performances because my Chinese were poor. So I was not listening what people are talking about because I couldn't understand. When they were laughing, I was just laughing along, but I didn't really get it. What was so funny about it? And right now, I like to challenge myself, like watching skit performances and also crosstalk performances. So I think that right now, when you have been staying here for such a long time, so you understand what people are joking about. So this is what I like. And there was one performance in 2012. It was Yan Liping. It was a beautiful dance, the peacock. Yeah, that was just amazing. That was super.
I love that too.
Yeah, I mean, it seems every year they would introduce some classic programs that people will remember for years to come.
Yep.
And maybe it's never the same like 30 years ago, but still, this is a new tradition. Well, this Chinese New Year is the year of the rat and the first sign of China's 12 zodiac animals. And ahead of the New Year, people in southern China, especially in Hong Kong, often consult feng shui masters to ensure good fortune. And CGTN's He Weiwei talks to one master about the zodiac culture.
The rat is a kind of animal with strong ability of searching for food and reproduction. So we believe 2020 will be a year of a fresh start, to begin a new circle. The animal also symbolizes a productive year.
The rat is the first among China's 12 zodiac animals, a circle which repeats every 12 years. For people who were born in a year of the rat, 2020 becomes their year of fate. This feng shui master explains why Chinese people were so into this concept.
For Chinese zodiac culture, people in ancient times believed their year of birth represented their personalities. So whether to make their year god happy will bring changes in luck and fortune.
But the concept of feng shui or fortune telling is still controversial. Is it based on superstition? The master says they cannot change the destiny or to make precise predictions. But the most important thing is to always stay open-minded.
To firmly believe or disbelieve something are both extremes of superstition. For example, if some people worship a tree, how can you know the tree has the power or not? So to avoid superstition and blind worship, it's better to be open-minded.
He Weiwei, CGTN, Hong Kong.
So that's about feng shui. I'm never an expert in that. So let's come back to something we're more familiar with.
But it's always good to be more open-minded.
Good to know. Good
as
to
the
know.
story said.
Never an expert. But so let's come back to the topic we're more familiar with, the Spring Festival Gala.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
So the first time, you do understand when it was the first time?
Long time ago.
The first time of
the first time of the Spring Festival Gala.
Well, I was getting born at that time. You know, it was 1983.
Yes,
83.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So we're both year of the pig. So I'm very happy to share that with the Spring Festival.
Right.
Nice.
And in 1983, you're correct.
That's right.
So starting from the second year, meaning when you were less than 2 years of age, I started watching the Spring Festival Gala.
Oh. That's yeah. We won't go there.
I know I'm old. But because I grew up in the countryside, in the village, and not many people had a TV set at the time, so it was very much like a neighborhood thing.
Yeah.
And if they had one TV set, they would just bring it out.
Oh, everyone would howl.
Everyone would gather to watch the
Yeah.
Spring Festival Gala. And
Yeah.
I could still remember, and later on, more families got their TV sets. So it's like the group getting smaller and smaller, but at the same time, still, at least the whole family or your close friends will gather and you chat and you watch, and next day the conversation continued.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You didn't have that.
No, I'm young. No, I'm kidding. But still, I spent like so many years watching that. Yeah.
But still,
because
you have
when I
fond
was
memories
born,
of it.
the gala is already there. So, but there's still many of the sons, many of the performances that I could remember for so many years.
Exactly. I mean, Spring Festival Gala, because at those years, it was like the only mega platform or stage where people would see all these grand shows gathering.
This is like the
top
highlight
notch
of the
artists.
year.
Exactly.
Like the only one.
Well, they're trendsetters. They set the trend for this year of what's going to be in.
You're right. You're right. And the outfits,
Exactly, yeah, and fashion.
You will see it every day, actually, on the street, every corner. Of
all the
country.
brands are watching, and there's okay, new designs.
Yeah.
All right.
Now let's switch to the current gala, and this is going to be a disco called Wolf Disco.
過年想帶你回家，帶你見我爸媽，感受這家鄉文化，請你盡情搖擺，一起玩個痛快。你係最迷人㗎，你知道嗎？
这是最好的时代，这是最爱的时代。以前过年回家费劲，现在咱的高铁快，如此动感的节拍，快来一起耍帅！奋发图强几十年，咱的发展真不赖。
国产车，国产衣，永远难改是乡音。眼瞅就要换5G，网速必须杠杠地。不管在哪里都不能忘记我的中国心。全场动作必须跟我整齐划一。来左边跟我一起画个龙，在你右边画一道彩虹。 来左边跟我一起画彩虹，在你右边再画个龙，在你胸口上比划一个大灯笼，家家户户中国红，两个食指就像两个窜天猴，指向闪耀的灯球。
心裏的花，過年想帶你回家，帶你見我爸媽，感受這家鄉文化。請你盡情搖擺，一起痛快玩耍，你是最迷人的，你知道嗎？
聚一聚，闹一闹，全家幸福的拥抱。门神外卖小哥好，这边快递来到，互联网的经济方便全国男女老少，瞬间发个大红包，点开视频咱就唠。
国家强，心里亮，中华儿女真像样。年夜饭菜太香，团团圆圆桌上靠，日新月异，咱一天天的变化真不小，蒸蒸日上，这一年年的成绩真不少。
歌也唱，舞也跳，鼠年马上来到，过年了，过年了，要对着家人笑一笑，使劲巴拉巴拉锅里刚下好的水饺，祝家家户户幸福安康越来越好。
来全场一起跟我画个龙，画出一条中国龙，伸出拇指，我们挺胸抬起头，为咱中国加个油。
心裏的花，過年想帶你回家，帶你見我爸媽，感受這家鄉文化。請你盡情搖擺，一起玩個痛快。你係最迷人㗎，你知道嗎？
所有兄弟姐妹，鼠年好运滚滚来，龙也舞起来，舞也跳起来，张灯结彩乐开怀，把祝福送起来。一帆风顺，二龙腾飞，三阳开泰，四季平安，五福临门，六六大顺，七星高照，八方来财，九九同心，十全十美，百事亨通，
千事吉祥，
心想事成，万事如意，幸福安康，
大吉大利。
我们给您拜年啦！来左边跟我一起画个龙，在你右边画一道彩虹。来左边跟我一起画彩虹，在你右边再画个龙。在你胸口上比划一个大灯笼，家家户户中国红，两个食指就像两个窜天猴，指向闪耀的灯球。来全场跟我一起画个龙，画出一条中国龙，伸出拇指，我们挺胸抬起头，为咱中国加个油。
时时刻刻必须要提醒你自己，
一定不要忘记，无论走到哪里，
你永远都是中国人。
So what are the moves? What are the... This is really okay. Have you heard about this? This is extremely popular in the past year in China. What is it again?
Don't do it. You're now look like kung fu moves and not dance, please.
And then there is like.
Anyway, this is huge. I couldn't. I don't know how to do it, but I do understand this is extremely popular. This is part of the pop culture and past year in China. In 2019, I guess this is also made popular by some vloggers. Well, in the past year, we've also seen vloggers coming from far and wide to become de facto cultural ambassadors of China, even though their audiences don't understand much of the language they speak.
Well, we've also seen the Palace Museum once again become China's most popular establishment. And now we turn to CGTN Sun Ye to get a better look at these two very different types of cultural influencers.
It was a 30-year-old who makes videos about life in China's rural communities that created the biggest buzz in culture last year. Li Ziqi, who comes from a small town in southwestern China, has more than 7 million followers on YouTube and 21 million followers on Xingnan Weibo. This translates to an average of 3 million views on YouTube and 30 million on Weibo for any one of the videos. Now, Li films aspects of her life, from doing farm work and making meals from scratch to brewing wine and weaving in a traditional way. Many in her audience don't understand Chinese, but a lot of them have gone on to say that they get the poetic essence of Chinese culture from her. And Li, who is flooded with comments just like this from overseas, said she's simply doing what she loves to do, and that it's speaking to millions of people outside of China, she says, has been a pleasant surprise. The image she projects, simple, idyllic, and down-to-earth, is the part of Chinese culture she seems most comfortable in, and it's obviously pleasant enough that people are asking for more of it. We can certainly see why Li has become the year's culture icon. And China's Palace Museum, or the Forbidden City, has been another frontrunner as China's top global culture influencer over the last year. It's not surprising, since the Palace Museum is one of the most historically rich and popular landmarks in the world. But in the past year, the palace's growing influence has been seen online and through a number of creative projects. Now, images of the Palace Museum are seen more and more on social media platforms such as Instagram, and have become a popular download for desktop or cell phone wallpaper. Earlier, I spoke to one of the photographers who produced some of the most widely shared images of the Palace Museum. Let's hear what he has to say.
Beijing's Palace Museum is known for its grandeur, majesty, and elegance in any weather. And behind these iconic images are a small team of photographers, including Zhang Ling. For the last 6 years, Zhang has paced the 700,000 plus square meter compound, taking hundreds of thousands of photos of China's most beloved historical and cultural institution, the Forbidden City. And he says he can't get enough of it.
I just keep finding more beauty about this place. It's perhaps part of what photographers do. The other thing that touches me is that the palace is filled with so many memories. Just think about all the years throughout history and all the people's efforts and memories that have gone into it.
And people, 19 million from both China and abroad, have visited the palace last year. But court photographers can always find moments of tranquility, another of the palace's signature features.
My personal favorite place is the corner in the Imperial Garden. Not many venture this far. The trees and flowers let you see how the palace changes and stays unchanged. There is serenity here.
The Palace Museum is celebrating the 600th anniversary of the compound's founding this year. And for Zhang, he is ready for new photos to keep that memory alive.
The Palace Museum is actively creating new content via its long history. Several hit documentaries have been made of it, as well as a treasure hunt variety show and celebrity restaurant. Even the restaurant's price tags, despite overreaching, make international news. So for better or worse, the Royal Palace Museum, in its majestic cinematic image, is the institutional culture icon.
Well, you know what? I mean, it's all about to see the difference. CGTN, see the difference.
Make the difference first and then see the difference.
You know
have
what? I
to
mean,
make there first.
The Forbidden City.
Yeah.
It's a venue, the museum with a history of 600 years. Everyone knows about it. But this photographer sees the Forbidden City from a different angle, a new perspective, see the difference. Well, the country life has been there forever. But the young girl is actually presenting it to the world in a different way. See the difference. What do you think?
I agree with you. Actually, I'm one of the earliest followers of Li Ziqi. At the time, it's like, I'm Chinese, but I never see that perspective or that part of China's beauty. So it was shocking to me at the beginning, even though at that time, her video is not as high quality as it is now, but still that she, as you said, bring to me a unique and different perspective that I have never explored before. But
So,
what about you guys?
Li Ziqi. Have you heard about Li Ziqi?
Well, I checked out her videos, and I think to me the first impression I got is this is 手指上的中国.
Which meaning?
You know, you got, so it's like in China you'd have the taste of China, right?
Right.
And this is like the fingertips of China, because she literally, what you would normally buy in a supermarket, she makes with her hands. I mean, one of the most, I think the ones that I remember most is when she made an actual quilt. Like from
the recent
scratch.
The most recent
From cotton, from making
like literally,
cotton,
and
picking
like
the cotton from the land. Yep.
I mean, and it's pretty good quality. I mean, you know, like if you
It's the
see the
best
end
quality.
product, you would have no idea that it was made in her backyard.
Using the traditional, the old way of how do you call the
hand
process,
picking.
loosening the
Yeah,
cotton.
yeah.
Yep.
And
yep.
obviously with the help of her extremely cute
Grandma.
I don't know if it's Nai or Waipo.
It's grandma.
It's grandma. I mean,
Yeah, it's
like,
Nai.
I think she like. I love the way that she gives a little bit of an assistance on there. Very beautiful.
So it's pretty much it's the country life, but she's presenting the country life a different way. I mean, when you watch it, it's calm, it's peaceful, but it's beautiful. And again, this is the true side of the country life, especially with the younger generation.
And I think China actually shows us that it's like a kind of a book that you can read and read and read and find out something.
You've been
new.
to the countryside?
Yes, I have
in
been
China?
to countryside, and I love the one like I can see changes, and right now I'm writing a book on it, like actually about changes. In
You're writing a
countryside.
book?
Yes.
What
I'm
about?
gonna finish it. Like it's about the development of countryside in China. So I have been to several places, maybe twice or maybe more times, and I really see that something is changing there. Like maybe before that it was kind of empty, and people were choosing like to go to cities to work because.
Right.
Yes, they had no opportunity like to get a higher salary or something. But right now, the time like things are changing. So
Exactly.
yes, for example, like we're using network to sell some products like
Farm
apples
produces,
or
yep.
fruits or something, and so on. So or maybe there's a team who is trying to help like how to change their places that other foreigners can live in. So they're changing life there.
So there are also foreigners choose to live in the countryside.
Well, it's like people are going back to their roots because now you're not removed. If you're in the country, you go through the internet and you're actually just the same distance as someone in the city. It's, you're all in the hands of everyone. So like, I think that transition is great.
Now, the question to you, Angela, because sometimes when we speak Chinese, and sometimes I do, well, is she Chinese or not? So are there any, say, Chinese values that have influenced you that much in your life that when you go back to your own country, there is a reverse cultural shock?
Well, maybe it's not about a reverse cultural shock, but I think that something has changed me. It's about one thing, attitude to my parents. It's because like I realized here, like before that in my country when we were 18 or 21, so I want to be independent. I want to do what I want. So thank you, my parents. I'm going to do what I want. But when I came here, so I really realized that here is like 孝顺,
filial piety.
Yes, so this is what I realized, that I'm not doing enough like to say thank you for my parents. And right now my like vision of it changed. So I'm trying to like make video chats with my parents, and also organizing like every year we have to go like choose one country or maybe China to go to see and explore together and like spend more time together, because actually I'm going back home maybe only like 3 times in a year, so I think that I can count how many times I see my parents, and this is what I really feel bad about right now.
And their response would be, hey, who are you? This is good. Who are you?
What happened to my girl?
No, really, they're like, I'm not got used to this. Are you my daughter? No.
You've changed so much, but in a positive way.
Yeah,
Of
but
course.
they like it. I'm sure they like it.
Yeah.
So what about you? I mean, any influences on you at all?
Well, I think the interesting thing is, after being in China for so long, I've found that I'm feeling less and less of a impression of the Chinese culture. Everyone's like, oh, what? Shock and horror. The reason is because I'm living here, and it's the things that I'm seeing, they're not becoming cultural things. They're just becoming more and more part of my daily life.
Yep.
And that becomes a tendency which I take back to Australia. And then I realize, actually, a lot of the cultures in China are kind of the same in the West. It's just the form in which we take it is different.
For example?
Like red packets. I mean, you think red packets and presents, like totally different, right? It's exactly the same. You give something of value to your loved ones, and then they return it to you. It's just a different form. But if you put every single person, from the West and from China in a single room, I think all their tendencies are the same. Look after your parents. How you do that, very different.
Yeah.
How you eat food, it all goes in our mouth. We just, fork and chopsticks. That's the only difference, right?
I agree. I mean, fundamentally, human beings are all the same.
Where they share lots of the common traits, where, experiences together.
Yeah, and be kind to each other. That's the universal value.
And
we all
respect the
share.
differences.
And hopefully that'll
obviously.
make every country closer, which is going to sort of overcome, which has been on for millennia of different countries because of the cultural differences going into arguments. And I think slowly we're going to start to learn that, you know, we will be planet Earth. And then we will learn about the cultures of any other, you know, planets.
But again,
Yeah, but since you're here for very long and China is developing and really, really fast, are you guys and also girl get spoiled by those fast technologies? Like ordering food delivery at 3 a.m. and like everything. When you go back to Australia, how can you survive?
Well, I tried on Ulama to order something in Australia, but I don't think they delivered yet. You know, like,
so what's Ulama? You have to explain it. What's Ulama?
so I mean, there are so many amazing apps in China. You know, like if you're
It's
hungry,
a takeout ordering platform.
order.
Yeah.
It's like
And the
hungry.
way how to pay.
Yeah.
Just QR code and you can scan it and
yeah,
that's it.
it's so convenient. Conversations are a lot faster.
Yeah.
You know, because topics change very fast. Everything is fast. So.
Yeah, I mean, again, the mobile life or digital life is really developing very quickly in China. But again, like you said, there are still the differences on the surface, which is about the living habits, the customs, the cultural differences. So is there a best way for us to make Chinese culture more understandable to our foreign friends? I mean, make it easier for them to understand Chinese culture.
Music is a good way, isn't it?
By ourselves and then to show it in our country. Like for example, there is also another change like happened to me before that when I was listening to Chinese opera.
Yeah,
it was
traditional
like
opera.
Traditional opera. Yes, I was like that kind of singing. I don't get it. But then like it needs time. It takes time you to understand. Like actually, it's a very beautiful way of singing.
I think it's a sport. I mean, it is physically hard.
Yes.
You know, the Chinese opera, it is taxing. You need to have some good abs to push that out and get those strings.
Oh
yeah,
sing,
the
like,
diaphragm. You know, you got. I can't
and
do
actually,
it.
when you're wearing all the outfit and also like the head, it is
it's powerful.
So yes,
it's painful actually.
Yes, it's powerful and painful. I mean,
and it takes like the whole makeup. It takes like 3 hours, I guess. Like,
wow.
Yes. So right now I'm really in fun of it, and I have a master, and I'm trying to learn it. And I was singing also in my country, like to let them know more about Chinese.
Yeah, not only singing it in your country, sing it.
And not only
right
this,
right now.
Sing it now. Sing it now.
Well, then I'm gonna sing one kind of a remix. It
nice.
was an English song, a very popular English song, and can you try to guess what is the song? Okay.
We'll try.
Okay.
Well, is it Chinese song or an
English song.
English song.
But in
Very
a Chinese opera.
Here we go.
It's a Chinese English song
Oh, wow.
right now,
Surprises
and in a
then.
Chinese opera remix. Yeah.
Nice.
Chinese opera.
Look what I've got.
Oh, well prepared.
Okay, ready? Near, far, wherever you are, near my heart will go on and on.
Wow.
Fantastic.
That is a song.
What a mix. It is indeed a remix.
What song is it? What song is it?
So what song is it? My heart will go on.
Yes.
It's almost like
Celine
a
Dion.
Yep.
duet, you know, basically one singing Chinese traditional opera, one going with the original sound.
So how does
But I
it
think
sound?
it's-
Like I was trying to do some kind of a mixture, but I don't know what how
Well,
do
it's
you
very
feel about it?
difficult, like, because when I'm so familiar with these lyrics,
Near, far, wherever
yeah,
you are.
you kind of like your brain wants to do that tune, you know. So then when you sing, you know, like you sing it in a different tune, you're like, oh, that's off. But then it's like if you don't listen to the lyrics, it's totally on.
I
You know,
don't
it's
know. I
like,
mean,
that's
this is definitely new, but I'm not quite sure how it's going to work with our foreign friends, say our friends in Africa.
Exactly. Well, even though Africa may be thousands of miles away from China, the spirit of the New Year festivities has spread across the continent.
In Nairobi, Kenya's capital city, celebrations were in top gear as many welcomed the year of the rat. CGTN's Penina Karibe brings us more from Nairobi.
Confucius Institute in Nairobi, and this is where the celebrations are taking place. As you can see, the room is brightly colored, decorations all over, the color red being the dominant color, and of course, in Chinese culture, that symbolizes good luck, and that is what everybody really is hoping for this new year. Now, there's a lot of activity happening, a beautiful blend of Chinese and their African colleagues. We can see here some drawings happening. Now, let's have a look at what exactly is taking place. Just have a feel of what it is people are drawing, what it is they're wishing their counterparts. Hi, how are you?
Fine.
What's your name?
Owen.
Owen, so what are you drawing?
I'm drawing Chinese words.
What does it mean, what you're drawing?
This means happiness.
Happiness, wow! So why are you writing the word happiness?
So that the family can be happy the whole year.
Who taught you how to draw Chinese calligraphy?
My mom.
And how long did it take you to study it?
About 3 years.
Was it hard?
Not so hard.
He was in China for one term to learn to write Chinese. So it was a very an opportunity for him to learn Chinese, so he can write Chinese very well. Yeah.
Wow, and why did you take the interest for your children to study Chinese?
Personally, I was in China for 8 years, and I learned Chinese and also appreciated Chinese culture. So when we came back, and we thought maybe it's very important for them to learn Chinese, because Chinese is not an easy language, but you can learn it better when you're still very young. So we decided that their mother language will be Chinese. So they learn Chinese first before learning English and Kiswahili and the other languages. Yeah.
And I've actually heard that their mom is Chinese. Talk to us about that. Where did you meet her?
Oh yeah, I met her in the university where I was doing my Chinese language in the northern part of China. That was in 1998.
So that really just captures the essence of what it means to have such a celebration, a beautiful blend, like I mentioned, of not just the Chinese, but also their hosts here in Africa, and a story of love. I mean, what really could beat that? But also as the celebrations go on, it wouldn't be a celebration if there wasn't any music, right? And so here we are, this beautiful Chinese musical instrument.
This is the traditional Chinese instrument. It's called 古筝. Yeah, we call it 古筝. This song named is 金蛇狂舞. It's a series of songs to experience the happiness about Chinese New Year.
A lot of people looking for a better year than perhaps what they had, and that celebration, of course, coming with a lot of eating, I guess, because this is a celebration that brings families and friends together. So what is happening here? Let's just get to understand what's going on here.
We are making dumplings. We need flour, salt, water. First, you make the dough. You mix flour, water, and salt together and let it rest for like 10 minutes. And then you cut the carrots and the minced meat. You mix them together. And when the dough is ready, and you make the wrappers, and then you put the fillings inside the wrappers, and they are like this.
So, Professor, what year is this we're celebrating?
This year is a right year. Yes, and if you are born this year, and maybe the meaning is the person is a clever and very good at saving money like that. And for this year, the right is lucky animals like that.
And so what's happening at this table really symbolizes what's happening in millions of Chinese households all over the world. Families coming together, celebrating and toasting to the new year. So what do we all say?
鼠年快乐!
And that's the spirit of the Chinese New Year being celebrated not just in China, but also all the way here in Africa. Back to you in Beijing.
Well, that's indeed really exciting. So you're now watching our special New Year program on CGTN Living in China. More to come after the break.
And welcome back to CGTN's special program celebrating the Spring Festival in China. Now, both of you have been in China for more than 10 years. Cameron, you're married to a Chinese wife.
That's right.
International marriage, and you're from Australia.
Correct.
So, how different do you think the family values between the two countries, the two cultures?
Wow, there is. I think one of the biggest differences would probably be in China.
Yeah.
The family keeps together, like physically, like in terms of proximity.
You mean living together?
Yeah, well, if they're not in the same house, then they're just down the road many times.
Yeah.
You know what? There is one saying in Chinese, it's one soup's distance.
It will still be hot by the time you get there, right?
You got it.
So I think that's something that I found was really great when I came to China and realized that I had like a huge family in China, you know? In Australia, the family is close, but it's immediate family that stays with each other until, you know, when the kids get to about 18, and then you start to go out into the world and kind of like make your own pathway.
Yeah.
And then make your own family, and then each family is their own sort of unique
identity.
unit. It's a unit.
It's very independent, actually.
Right, and then they come together at important times. But the thing that I like about the Chinese family style is that you get the generations that can be together, like my kids with my wife's parents, the older generation with the youngest generation. Now, the biggest difference is taking care of kids. Like in Australia, we take care of our kids directly. And then, you know, like that's fine. But in China, if we don't give the grandparents an opportunity to take care of the kids, they will actually think we're withholding them from them.
Yep.
Whereas I would be thinking I'm making sure that you don't get too tired by taking care of the kids, which is, you know, it's tough. We all know that it's very tough. But they love doing it. So it's been hard for me to get used to actually, you know, giving them the kids. And then we go out on a date and, you know, they thank me for it. And it's like, wow, I think it's very harmonious. So I love this.
It's almost like thank you very much for giving us the burden.
It's amazing. It's like a win-win.
And now you have two kids. We're like, please take it, please.
So are they watching the Spring Festival Gala tonight?
I think they are, yeah,
with
absolutely.
Your kids?
Yes.
And probably they'll be watching the next program called 100,000 Miles of Spring Breeze, which is coming now.
Wow, what a beautiful sun, and this spring breeze really fresh us up here a little bit in the studio. And as we know, one of the most important aspects of the Spring Festival is the family reunion. And this New Year's Eve, our reporter Lu Sirui takes us to visit a family in Langzhong in southwestern China's Sichuan province to see how they are celebrating the New Year.
So, Sirui, tell us more about what's special about this family and show us around, please.
Yes, thank you, Douying and Xiaojun. I'm here in Langzhong, Sichuan province. It's a very popular tourism destination, and it's also said to be the origin of Chinese Spring Festival. And so we come here to see if people here would celebrate Chinese Spring Festival differently or in a more traditional Chinese way. And here I am now. I'm in a very renowned family. This family has inherited a traditional Chinese performing art, shadow puppetry, for 9 generations. And this little thing that I'm carrying it right now is the tool that they use in their performance. And later you will have the chance to see how this little thing come into life in the hands of the big artists. And also you could see this statue right behind me. Its name is Wang Wenkun, and he's one of the ancestors that brought this family to its peak in 1980s when he gave a performance in Vienna's Muscoverain. And this hall is actually where his offsprings come to pay respect to him every year on the Chinese New Year's Eve. And right now, his grandson and grandson are passing down this art, this performing art. And then I have interviewed the family, and I was amazed that how this art actually helped to unite this big family that involves 30 to 40 people in the business to protect and develop this art. So let's take a listen to this story of this family and to know how this little thing will work.
2 warriors in ancient costumes fight ferociously when suddenly. This is not a scene from a film, but a traditional Chinese shadow puppet performance. Behind the curtain is the soul of the performance, puppeteer Wang Biao. Using his versatile hands, he gives lives to the paper-cut figures. Wang and his families are giving their last practice before Chinese New Year's Eve.
You should bend this arm a bit and strengthen the other arm with the weapon straight, so the figure will look more alive.
Holding the incense and checking each puppet, Wang and his families are holding a closing ceremony for their shadow play of this year. This performing art has run in Wang's family for 9 generations. Despite its long history, it pales in comparison to modern entertainment, such as movies and TV.
I was worried about shadow puppetry for some time. The younger generation today feels no connection to our performance. It's alarming to us that we should keep our art alive by advancing it and connecting it more to the modern world.
The thread from the new era, as well as the willingness to pass down the performing art, keeps Wang's family closer together. Many family members have joined the performance team, giving inbound and outbound shows year after year. Some support the team financially. Wang's only son and his wife gave up good opportunities to work in town to receive and advance the family heritage.
I saw my parents and my grandfather give performances when I was young, so I picked it up very quickly and I love doing it. As the oldest son of the family, I also feel obliged to keep this art alive.
The family says they have performed about 700 shows in the theater in Langzhong. They say the more they work together, the more they want to stick together. Just the same, the family is not passing up the chance to have an entire reunion during the Spring Festival.
Shadow puppetry was passed down from our ancestors. We all feel very happy to be able to preserve it. For generations, our families never left one another. We really enjoy being surrounded by family every day.
Indeed, when younger generations today picture their futures in bigger cities, a life based on family concepts may be rare, but also precious.
Welcome back. I am here still in the family of Mr. Wang's family, and here join with me is Wang Biao. Welcome. Thank you for joining us interview. 感谢您参与我们的这次采访。然后想问一下，就是您之前跟我说过，整个大家庭有30-40个人，您可以跟我们说一下您的感受吗？每年跟这么多人一起过年。
因为我们每一年呢，我们这个春节啊，我们大家都要相聚在这里，要聚在一起。因为我们是一个大的家庭嘛。
感觉怎么样呢？
非常幸福，非常幸福。
非常幸福。So I asked Mr. Wang that because he told me before that usually they have like 30 to 40 people coming together to celebrate Chinese New Year, and I asked him how he feels. He said he always feels very happy and he enjoys it very much. 你现在可以带我们就是展示一下大家都在干嘛。He's gonna show us how people celebrate their Chinese New Year. Yes. 这边
就是我们这一个大的家庭，这是我的父母、爸爸妈妈，还有我的这个弟弟妹妹，还有这些侄男哥女，还有我孙子。
Okay. So he said this is his huge family from his mother and father, and also his granddaughter, and also people here are waiting for the Spring Festival Gala. And I want to say hello to the eldest and also the most respected people in this family. 婆婆爷爷，新年快乐！
哦，快乐快乐！
哎，你们觉得今年新年怎么样啊？
新年过得好，过得快乐。
你新年有什么愿望吗？
有，我这一家，全家老老小小，过得更快乐。
过得更快乐。Okay, so I just said hello to.
一样，更强。
更强。Okay, so I just said hello and I asked him if he has any wishes for the Chinese New Year, and he said because he's very happy now. So his wishes for 2020 is this whole family become happier and stronger, and I think everybody wishes so. Okay, let's see what's going on over there. 那边是什么？
那边是我们在包饺子。
在包饺子。Let's go. 这个包饺子有什么说法吗？
这个包饺子的话，就是我们地方啊有一个地方的一个民俗，也就是一个土话的说法。因为我们这个饺子嘛，它是扁的，就是饺子是个边边货。
边边货。
我们吃了1年都不挨饿。是这个意思，就是比较幸福美满的意思。
Okay, so he said that the local people believe that this thingy is flat, and then so in Chinese it rhymes with that if you eat this flat thingy on the Chinese New Year's Eve, and then in this rest of this year you will not feel hungry or suffer from hunger. That's also a very traditional but also very good wish from Chinese people. And thank you very much. You have anything you want to say to the people overseas? 你有什么一些新年的愿望或者祝福送给海外的朋友吗？
那么在这里我要祝我们海外的华人华侨，还有没有回到家里的各位朋友，祝大家在新的一年开心快乐，祝大家新年快乐，谢谢。
So he wishes all the Chinese and still overseas and maybe has not come to their home yet, wish them a good luck and also happy Chinese New Year. And I also wish everybody happy Chinese New Year as well. Back to you, Zhou Yun.
Thank you. Indeed, it's Happy New Year.
Happy Chinese New Year to you.
Happy Chinese New Year. So it's all about family reunions, all about family time.
Exactly. And also there's something in the story that really impressed me a lot. There's this one line saying the more that they work together, the better that they stick together. So
nice.
Cameron, I know how nice. You just listen to it. But I know that you're busy, but now you're this happy father of 2 adorable kids. But do you really get the time to interact with them?
Yeah, I've made sure that I can spend as much time with them as possible, because it not only makes my life so much brighter, but it also will help them. The first few years of their life is what sort of molds them as human beings. So I've got to be there physically as much as possible.
So in Chinese or in English?
Well, for me, it's like we live in a multicultural family, so Chinese and English. For me, I purely speak in English, and my wife speaks in Chinese, regardless.
So one person, one
That's
language
right.
at a time.
Yeah, and and it is fun. There are some funny interactions that I get with my daughter. She's 5. Do you guys want to see?
Can we see it?
You wanna see? Yeah, because I like to film a lot of it.
Please.
All right, let's have a look.
Please show us some.
Okay, Daddy Bell. What's this? What's this?
它没有嘴巴了。
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So on Father's Day, it's a chance for kids to tell their fathers that they love them.
Why? Why did we need Father's Day?
Well, because then you can show that you love me.
I love you every day.
Thank you, baby.
Oh, so cute, so cute.
Why do we need father?
Why? I mean, I get surprised so many times, you know?
But kids, they're kids, right? They have tons of questions.
Oh, it's so good.
And 5 whys, you have no answers at all.
And, you know, like, I sometimes think, okay, look, let me listen to you because you've learned everything from the beginning.
Right.
And like at that time, you know, because logic is something that's on their side now because I think that's the best way to communicate with kids, right?
But kids, they have their own system of logics. So once again, thank you very much, Angela and Cameron, for coming to the studio and sharing your views, your stories, and your experiences. Thank you very much.
Happy Chinese New Year.
Happy Chinese
New Year and Happy New Year to everyone at home.
And you're watching the special program on CGTN. We'll be right back.
饺子一定是必须要吃的吗？
今年年夜饭的话，肯定是在家里吃，因为去年我们在国外过，然后今年准备给家里人露一手。
I'm so excited to welcome the Chinese New Year.
整个预定了100多桌全满，全部都订满了。
豆炸鱼，这一张豆泥吹面8包，一眼一睁，豆泥豆腐高升，岁满月。
Welcome back to CGTN Spring Festival Special Living in China. China is actually one of the most dynamic and vibrant countries in the world. So how do the foreigners here in the country feel about their experiences living here?
So how do foreigners feel about living in China? Welcome back, Momo.
Thank you.
And Bob.
Thank you.
And at this segment, we'll be talking about your careers and your working experience in China. But right before that, here is one more story from Shanghai.
Exactly. And also, while many foreigners like Momo and Bart here in China, maybe they don't celebrate the Chinese New Year necessarily, it is still a fun and joyous time for them. And now join the office of American company in Shanghai for a special dumpling wrapping session.
This one. My name is Owen Messick. I'm the president of doTERRA here in China. And we are an essential oil company operating throughout China. We've been open for about 5 years now.
So this is a traditional Chinese New Year thing, especially in northern China. 谁是东北人？叫我。I'm originally from the United States, moved to Shanghai in 2007. It's a great learning experience. That's what it makes it, fun to live and work here. So, okay, it's been a while since I've done this. I'm better at eating dumplings than making dumplings. My favorite thing about working here actually is working with our local team. I think the secret is getting the right size in the middle, because if you put too much in there, it won't fold correctly.
So you go with one fold.
Okay. Well, it's time for celebration. People work really hard here and they work long hours. So I think this is a chance for people to maybe just take a breath.
No, like right here.
它很专业. But yours is much more beautiful than... I don't want to say which dumpling is mine because mine's the ugliest one in this group here, but...
We never consider him a so-called foreigner in our workplace.
It's interesting they call it a green card. I don't know why they call it a green card. Maybe it should be a red card, or something. But yeah, so that was great that I was able to receive that earlier this year. It allows me to continue to live in China. See, I use the chopsticks correctly. I have to work closely with our headquarters, make sure they understand everything that's going on here and what's best for business here. I could say it's a challenge, but it's a good challenge because I like kind of being an ambassador for China in a way and telling people more about it. And coming new year, year of the rat. And what do we know about the year of the mouse? Anything special? So the first one, the best one. Is the best one? I can outsmart the tiger because I'm a tiger. It's going to be a great year for us, I think. That's what I'm hopeful for. I hope it means good luck and what will make it. We'll make it a very successful year.
So the year of the rat, the first one or the best one? The first and the best.
We'll make it a successful year.
So let's say they are actually indeed celebrating the Chinese New Year. Probably they're also watching the Spring Festival Gala right now. Here comes the acrobatics show. China is famous for all these acrobatics stunts, and they're doing pretty good internationally. They won a lot of international prizes in international competitions. And there is one county in Hebei province called Wuqiao. There is a Wuqiao International Acrobatics festival or competition every year as an annual event, and they're very good at training the younger generation of acrobats every year. So no wonder. I mean, if you have Chinese Kung Fu every year at the festival, at the gala, there will be acrobatics every year. How'd you like it?
It was amazing.
Can you
I
do
wish
it?
I could do that. No, he might be able to do it. He's a dancer, so maybe.
Can you?
I've tried a handstand, but they do it like, phew, oh my God.
Yeah,
It takes
anti-gravity
forever.
moves.
It takes forever to
Yeah.
learn.
They make it look like they
Crazy.
weigh
They're
nothing.
awesome.
Well, we promised that at this segment we're going to talk about your careers and your working experience in China, but I hope that you do understand there are some new rules being introduced or reforms being introduced in China in recent years aimed at opening up its markets and encouraging entrepreneurship. So both of you, can we say you're entrepreneurs in China?
Yeah.
You have your own businesses.
They have
Right.
multiple titles:
Like,
influencers,
yeah.
entrepreneurs.
I think that influencers are their own brand, so that's the company itself.
And China is
Right.
a great market. It's a huge market. Chinese by themselves.
Now, again, what do you do?
So
You're an influencer, but what do you do?
I'm an
to influence people.
I influence people. Yeah. No, so I entertain. I sing. My main thing is singing, like I said. So
you saying you have 20 million followers.
Yeah.
How do you make money out of it?
Well, there's brand deals when you work with companies, right? So we
Yeah.
do like product placements. There's some places pay for views, like Kuaishou will actually pay per view, which is cool.
Right.
And then there's merchandise, e-commerce, very big in China.
How did this happen?
The whole thing?
Yeah.
With me?
Yeah.
You
4
know
months
what?
ago, what happened to you?
Well, so what happened with me was I was interested in China and Chinese culture since I was a teenager, but I wasn't familiar with all the social media around here. When I found out about Douyin and Kuaishou and all those things, I was like,
By the way, Douyin is TikTok, the same company.
Yeah, same company.
But you started from YouTube, and I know on your YouTube you have this introduction saying, "I'm more famous than Justin Bieber in China."
Yeah.
Is that really the case?
He's quite sure Justin Bieber is not going to see the mark.
Yeah. Hopefully he didn't see that.
But how then? How did you then
How did you start?
transfer
How did you
from
start?
YouTube and then
Yeah.
to Douyin or
So I just
Kuaishou?
what I started doing was singing Chinese songs in English. The first song actually I did was this like really cute song called Meow Meow Meow. I actually
Seriously?
do you know that song?
Of course.
So I have this song on my phone. We could play it actually. It's on my Douyin.
Can we see it?
Yeah.
Oh.
We play it.
Play it.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Like the kitty in the house, we sing meow, 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 meow. Like the cutie on the prowl, come on, meow, 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 meow. Like my heart is beating out, fascination of your smile. Whatever you do, I do, meow, meow, meow. Yeah. Oh, your love always needed somehow. I miss you each day and every hour. Be with me here and now, 'cause I know sure and cast no doubt. Oh, that is what love is about. Yeah.
I just can't get out of that.
It's very catchy.
I know the tune. I know the melody.
Yeah. I just got.
Not your first time to hear this.
Yeah.
Is that a different sound?
It might be.
It sounds like a different sound though.
It might be different.
But your skin looks.
My skin's
gorgeous.
perfect. Yeah, because
The magic of the.
there's a little thing called beauty filter. It makes your
Like a
skin
filter.
perfect.
Okay.
And that's something that China has that America doesn't really have.
So that's the difference. One difference between
That's
social
one
media
difference.
in
Yeah.
China and in US.
That's one difference is that your skin will look a lot better here.
What are the other differences? What was that video? The one that we just saw, was that the big hit? And
That video was my first video, and it did 6 million views in
What?
6 million
in 2 hours.
What?
Yeah.
6
Did you
million
buy-
in 2 hours?
Any of the fake numbers or?
No, that's what I
I
asked.
can do that. I just sang in the song. I can do that.
Try
I'm
it.
gaining like 6
Try
million
it.
viewers.
I was
Okay, you can reverse it. Reverse the game.
Yeah.
Say, I don't know. I
By-
mean, do
by
a
saying-
Chinese version of an English song and release it in the
YouTube?
Put it on
US?
TikTok.
What?
On TikTok.
Yeah, put it on TikTok.
Okay. Maybe
The opposite of what I'm
maybe
doing.
10,000 million.
10,000
But the
million?
thing is,
After 1 minute.
we have a huge population.
Yeah, I know.
Of 1.4 billion. So
Yeah.
Which is
that's it.
enormous market. Yep.
Right. So I was very, very, very blown away by that.
So, Momo, you're in fitness. So you're a But you say you're a dancer, but you're in fitness.
I'm in fitness, I'm into choreography, I'm into music, I'm a bit touching every sector of art.
Multitasking, man.
Yeah, and
You've been here 11 years.
11 years.
So you've tried everything.
Yeah, kind of. But my main attraction here was first the Chinese traditional dances, since I've...
Chinese traditional dances?
Yes.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Wow.
And Peking opera?
Peking opera, I cannot sing as well as Anne, but definitely.
So, but why did you choose to finally settle down in the business of fitness?
I've noticed that here first of all, China have the numbers, the population. And I like creating, I like being into creativity. So my main work in 2007, 8, 9 was more mixing modern art with traditional art. Yeah, so I came in 2008 and noticed like, oh, there's a great market in China. So I could take the Chinese Zhangzu or Mengzu,
Tibetan, Mongolian styles of dances.
Just take the minority and inject a bit of foreign element inside and make a great stage. So I directed a piece of art called Shengteng in 2017. Yeah.
So you're also huge online.
Kind of, but not as him.
Yeah, how big is your fan base? How many followers?
I like to influence more around me, but my followers are doing 440,000.
440,031. No.
Kind of.
But since both of you are online celebrities in China, and you know there is a huge online celebrity who doesn't really do much of performing.
Yep.
He sells goods.
Oh. Yeah, Li Jiaqi.
You know her.
Yeah. What do you know about him?
I know that on the Shuangxi, the 11/11
The
festival,
Double
11.
It kind of sells crazy on Taobao.
They say for that single day,
yeah,
1 billion. That's a small number. That could be much more than that. 1 billion RMB.
And now girls just love
I
him.
don't know if someone would do that again.
Yeah.
Makeup, huh? Is it makeup?
So,
it is mostly
we'll see. We'll see. Because Li Jiaqi is the new face of a new group of salespeople who leverage the power of social media and the tech-obsessed country.
Well, the 28-year-old knows how to command a crowd, and he now does it with ease and grace. And the top beauty influencer shared with us his road to success as well as his New Year messages.
Take a look.
Hello， 大家好，我是李佳琦，口一个李佳琦。相信我，2019年用2个词来形容我：惊喜。Oh my god! Oh my god! 我压力一大，我就开始直播，直播我就没有压力了。My god! 大家只是今年的9、10月份的时候，所有人都看到了李佳琦，所有人都在传这个李佳琦3个字。他们说我的成功轻而易举可以获得，可能在他们的理解上是很简单这个事情。其实我在之前做这个工作已经默默无闻做了3年。其实我在之前的时候，一个晚上的直播不是4个小时，是6个到8个小时的时候，我也在每天坚持做这件事情。然后那时候就是天天被别人骂，他们会觉得男生直播很奇怪，然后男生卖美妆更奇怪，就是屏幕里面骂，然后你们还没办法去回嘴那种感觉。然后我就跟他们说了一句话，我说这是我的工作，我说李佳琦不会在出门的时候画一个很大的眼影或很夸张的妆容，然后涂口红出门，这是我的工作，我只是帮你们把口红施在我的嘴巴上，告诉你们一个男生涂了多好看，女生涂了更好看。我觉得，你们就要说，我就要做给你们看，男生也可以把美妆卖得很好。以前刚开始做直播，然后到直播慢慢成熟，然后到选择口红是我的标签，然后当我们的量越来越大的时候，然后我们321的时候，到1的时候卖的越来越多的时候，会有一点点觉得，原来我可以卖这么多东西，原来我可以做到这样子的程度，也是有一种不可思议。我个人觉得成功的定义是看自己对自己的要求吧，因为我以前就觉得很好，自己就很好了，我也没有想过我会到像今年一样就这么突然被大家所有人都喜欢，被大家所有人都接受。然后我会想，就是我的责任，我要给大家 带来多好的东西，然后我要带来多好的售后服务。就2020年给我最大的东西就是我的责任。
向日月，中国大礼。
因为本来我都没有打算今年会播年货节，然后是粉丝一直在催我说，佳琪，我想买年货，想买零食，你这边东西活动力度比较大，我都不知道该去哪里买这些零食跟年货了。因为我之前都是一直在播美妆，但是我的影响力现在已经有了之后，我其实可以跟很多的商家去谈一些更大的优惠给到顾客。所以像播零食啊、生活日用品，可能没有像美妆那么的好的收益，但是我觉得我可以做到给到顾客和给到我的消费者一点点权益，我觉得那我就要做。所以我们就准备了1个多月的年货节。
声音画面 O 不 OK？
迟到了30秒。
迟到了30秒。Hello， 大家好，我们来了，我们来。买几组鸭舌头，很好吃的。3、2、1，上链接，来喽。下一个没了。新春愿望呢是让大家所有女生都可以放心的买。然后呢，同时也祝 CGTN 的观众朋友们2020新年快乐，一切顺心。
Wow, that's just amazing. So you know his slang, which is, oh my God, just buy it, has become kind of the line of the year for so many girls here.
So he does speak English.
Not really, I just
Oh
see the
my
translation
God.
by myself. But Bart,
Yeah.
you are an influencer, big influencer online
Yeah.
yourself, but
Yeah.
does your consumption behavior get influenced by people like Li Jiaqi?
Lipsticks?
My consumption behavior personally? I haven't bought lipstick for a while. Yeah. I've bought 1 or 2 sticks.
What about other stuff? Yeah.
For videos probably in the past,
For
like
this
YouTube.
special show, oh, we're so prestigious.
Yeah.
Now, let's ask you the same question from the entrepreneur perspective.
Yeah.
So he's also an online celebrity.
Right.
He's doing great. He sells stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of
stuff.
In a crazy way.
In a crazy way.
Yeah.
So do you think that's going to influence how you're going to perform in front of cameras in the future?
Are you going to sell something?
Yeah, e-commerce.
Right? Is that what you're going to ask?
E-commerce is definitely a part of my business that I'm expanding this year in 2020.
You are going to
2020.
do it.
Yeah, I'm going to expand and do it. I didn't want to do it for the first year because, I felt like I wanted to just get to know my fans first before pushing products out. People can get kind of irritated if you're an American coming to China and you start selling, let's say, like lipstick. I think people will be like, whoa, you're coming to sell lipstick to China? Like, are you crazy?
So what do you have in mind?
I don't know yet 100%. I got to figure it out. But it would be a product. I would only endorse or sell products that I personally like or use.
Okay.
But who knows? I didn't know lipstick was such a big thing, man.
Momo?
Yes.
Any idea?
Maybe sell, make a dance video for somebody to learn, and then post episodes like a TV show or something. Get them to slim with
or online
with my
sessions.
dance. Yeah, for online sessions. Why not? Yeah.
It's not 100% the same thing.
It's my thing.
But let's say if you get a chance
Not
to
the
sell.
lipstick.
But again, if you come back to your own stories,
Yeah.
doing business, to be an entrepreneur in China, is it easy? Is it challenging?
It depends how much you know your customers, how much you know your area. Like he said, it's good that he needs to know his customers first. You need to know his followers first. But when you know those, now you know what they want, what they like, why are they following you, and then you can endorse some products or create some products to sell to them.
But is the market any different than in other markets in other countries?
Definitely it's different. In other countries, you don't have the same social media opening. You don't have the billion people. You don't have the, how can I say, the service of sending packages.
Logistics.
Logistics. This
Delivery.
Delivery is totally
Efficient.
another thing. Like putting all these elements together, that's what makes China a great country and the future. Definitely.
Yeah. I think
You
it's
agree?
interesting.
Just 4 months, you got that feeling as well?
Very much so. No, it's very different. In America, for influencers, it's not easy to sell products. People aren't listening to influencers. In America, in China, the audience really listens to the influencer when they're selling something. E-commerce is so much bigger and more powerful here. It's a totally different.
But
game.
if you compare, say, the social medias in different countries, in two countries.
Let's say if between China and the United States, where you were originally from. So what is the big difference here? So you've been here for 4 months, then do you have a better idea about, what your viewers like, what kind of services, what kind of, contents do you think they might be interested?
They do tipping in China.
Yeah.
Trying hard.
But not in the US.
No. In the longer I'm here, obviously, the better idea I get about everything. You can see everything about followers from like age, location, female, male, blah, 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 all that stuff. So the longer I'm here, the more I'm learning about also the amount that speak English. A lot of them do, which is really interesting. And a lot of my audience is very interested in American products that are being brought to China. Which is kind of cool. I'm working with some companies that helping them come to China. So some health companies actually. So things like that.
Have you ever talked to your peers back in the US or in Cameroon, about your own stories in China and what you did and why you did what you did and why you could manage to do what you've been doing in China? Success in 4 months. I still don't believe it, but you did it.
How do you tell? Are real.
Exactly. How do you tell the story to your friends back in the US?
Oh, my friends are all like, nobody can really believe it. They're just like, what? Like they're just like, how did that happen? You were doing YouTube and then all of a sudden you have all these fans in China and you moved to Shanghai?
And you said, I don't know.
I'm like, yeah. I just honestly, I think that I can't really explain it other than I really like doing it. I think people can tell.
But have you figured out why exactly what happened?
Maybe you went to a fortune teller
before
the Chinese
There's a little bit, maybe
a feng shui master.
Yeah.
A little bit of luck. People really liked when I sing, I have so much movement and motion, and people hadn't seen that before here.
Momo, what will be your secret?
My talent and my hard work.
Wow, that sounds very Chinese.
You have to work
No, I would say
hard.
that's traditional.
What else is traditional here?
What else is traditional is this sound. This is the sound from probably 80s or 90s. The Great Wall never falls.
Sung by Jackie Chan, a big star not here in China but also around the world. Let's take a listen.
人為屬與忍讓，人家要氣一聲，開口叫吧，高聲叫吧，這裏是全國計兵，歷來強盜要侵入，最終必送命，萬里長城永不到。 千里黃河水滔滔，江山秀麗，疊彩鳳翎，問我國家那像煙兵，衝開血路，揮手上華，要致力國家眾領，氣揚國土再遭踐踏，個個負起使命。 長城永不到，千里黃河水滔滔，江山秀麗，疊彩鳳翎，問我國家那像煙兵，衝開血路，揮手上華，要致力國家眾領，氣揚國土再遭踐踏。
Well, that's a sound from a TV series in the 1980s about a legendary Chinese kung fu star, and that was extremely popular. I still remember watching it myself. This is our common homeland.
推開心窗的世界更大 It looks so bright Never feels so right Now this is my life 我们设计自己的家园角色不同演好自己的未來創建要靠你與我跟他忘懷微笑看看心中願望的家讓我們一起牽手追尋一個夢有多大不同都在同一片天空即使多少的風雨有你有感動你與我心中都會懂推開心窗的世界更大千年風景都可以入懷推開心窗的世界更大 It looks so bright Never felt so right Now this is my life La 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 讓我們一起牽手追尋一個夢有多大不同都在同一片天空即使多少的風雨有你有感動你與我心中都會懂推開心窗的世界更大前面風景都可以入懷推開心窗的世界更大 It looks so bright Never felt so right Now this is my life 和你和我同挽手同樂同聚到永久 We love, we live, we see the light Now this is my life 和你和我同挽手同樂同聚到永久 We love, we live, we see the light Now this is my life 和你和我同挽手同樂同聚到永久 We love, we live, we see the light Now this is my life 和你和我同挽手同樂同聚到永久 We love, we live, we see the light 這是我們的家園家園
And that's the scene from Zhuhai, and that's the one of the two sub-venues of the Spring Festival. Gala, and Zhuhai is the one of the epicenters of the Hong Kong, Zhuhai, Macau, Greater Bay Area.
Exactly, and also Zhuhai is actually one of the earliest special economic zones in China, which have realized so many achievements with the quality of life improved as well as so many developments. And that is why this city has been chosen as the sub-venue for the second time for the special gala.
What I've noticed is much warmer in Zhuhai.
It's summer in there.
Exactly. Well, great weather there. But back here, back to your own careers, how do you interact, Momo, with your fans?
I prefer the live interaction.
What do you mean by live? Face to face?
Face to face, dancing together. Why not?
Just invite them to be take your lessons, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No,
and also, if I can give advices, that would be great too. But I like impacting people's lives in a very positive way. And as even the Chinese presidency, he's pushing a fit society to the top. That's something I'm really happy to be part of bringing the community healthier and loving themselves more.
Yeah, the fitness industry is actually really gaining its popularity and market share in recent years. And not only, those fitness trainers from China, but also people like Momo who came from every part of the world are now come to China.
That's why he chose a t-shirt, right?
Yeah, just to show his bicep. Now I understand.
We're endorsing you now.
Thank you.
So, how about you, Bart? How do you interact with your fans? Do they speak Chinese or do they speak English?
Or do you speak Chinese?
I speak a little Chinese. I'm learning. They speak a little English, so it's really interesting. I do a lot of live streaming on Kuaishou, and I know
Kuaishou is again one of the pop apps in China. Yeah.
Kuaishou and Douyin are kind of butting heads.
What do you do on that?
On the live stream?
Live stream.
So
singing.
It's a lot of singing. Yeah.
Not really, because just now when we're back in the makeup room,
he
was doing live streaming.
I can't sing in the makeup room because it's too loud.
He just did talk. He just did the talk. Oh, we were loud. Excuse me. But he mostly did the talking, like in English and in Chinese, like everything.
Oh yeah. You have to talk in English and Chinese.
I was in his live streaming
Yeah.
for like 2 seconds.
You were.
How many followers do you think I can gain from
you have
2
Kwai?
seconds? I said ni hao, right?
Do you have Kuaishou?
No, not
Well, then
really.
you're not going to gain any.
So if you were in that chat room interacting with him, did you actually tip him after his performance?
Oh no, she didn't tip
That's a very unique scene.
Yeah.
In China with your followers, and basically if you're an online celebrity,
they send gifts.
You give a performance because we have this digital payment channel, all these devices. Basically, you can just pay you.
Yeah.
A small tip online.
Some people make a living just getting tips on live. And it's crazy.
You can do that, actually. You have the potential to do that. But not only that people are actually paying money online to the people they like to watch. Also, like in the Chinese New Year before, when I was younger, it's always my grandmother, my grandfather, they gave me the real red
That's
envelope.
not tipping. That's red envelope. That's red
It's
envelope.
all about the money and getting rich.
But if you take it from a different angle, tipping is more somewhat like the red envelope, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But but on that social platform, it's not they gave the money, that they send a red rose, but the
they'll
fans, they
send
need
like
a red rose or
a rose. The new one's a Lamborghini.
a kid, a Lamborghini.
They send a Lamborghini. That's
Wow,
the
that's
A Lamborghini,
awesome.
but not a real one, I bet.
No.
But so it's very costly
wish.
online.
So all these new ways of tipping, or say all these new types of the changing forms of red envelopes in China, and we actually have a video showing all the developments. Take a look.
The red envelope, or hongbao as it is called in Chinese, is generally understood to be some money wrapped in red. Its origin dates back to ancient times. Another name is ya sui qian, literally money to suppress the demon. Legend has it that on New Year's Eve, a demon called Sui will come and pat children's heads while they're sleeping with his evil touch. One couple gave their child a coin to play with. When he fell asleep, they placed the coin next to the pillow. At midnight, when Sui reached for the child, the coin flashed in the darkness and scared him away. The next day, the couple wrapped the coin in red paper to show their neighbors. After the introduction of the banknotes, people filled hongbaos with banknotes from 1 yuan to 50 yuan to hundreds or even thousands to give their children for a good start of the year. Nowadays, online payment platforms like WeChat Pay and Alipay have taken the red envelopes digital. A digital hongbao is easy to send to friends far away, even multiple envelopes at once. And when one is sent to a group chat, an intense race usually ensues. In the golden age of live streaming, followers can give gifts to streamers they like simply by pressing the buttons on their phones. Little skyrockets, diamonds, and cars, all in good wishes, will then monetize into the streamers' bank accounts. And red envelopes aren't just for the Chinese New Year. You can give them to thank somebody as a surprise gift or to ask somebody for a little favor.
So they did mention all these new forms of red envelopes
Where's
or
my
hongbao or
envelope,
tipping.
Uncle?
They're coming. They're on the way.
I will wait.
They're on the way. Right. So since we're now coming to the end of our special program, let's talk about something easy.
Okay.
Foods.
Not the envelope.
Foods.
Foods.
Your living experience in China. So foods. What is your favorite? Since you're relatively speaking new here.
Actually,
which dumpling?
I like pork.
I mean, there are so many different forms of dumplings. There's 包子、饺子 or 烧麦 or
like
just
so
like the
many.
I don't know
Just
what
like-
kind it is. It's just
Dum-
like
so
the,
dumpling,
the
dumpling.
typical looking dumpling that
Oh.
looks like.
So give him
Okay.
some tips.
Yeah, what dumpling is that?
So what kind of a dumpling?
We actually had
Depends.
those for lunch. We had them for dinner.
Yeah, it means the traditional one.
Yeah, the
The-
traditional.
for the Chinese New Year one.
Yeah, I like that.
What about you, Momo? You've been here for so long. So besides dumplings, what else do you like?
I'll say I felt in love with Nyoro Mian.
Oh, the beef noodles.
Beef
Beef
noodle.
noodle.
Oh,
Yeah.
beef
With the soup?
Soup, definitely.
Yeah.
I love it. I'll eat everything, drink all the soup.
So
That's
other than
that's my sin.
that makes me hungry. So,
They're not actually watering their mouth.
other than that, if imagine say one day you're going to leave China, what are you going to miss?
The most.
I'm gonna miss getting able to
Dumplings? No.
Well, my favorite thing is being able to meet my fans when I go outside and walk down the street. Like if I go to Starbucks.
Does that happen a lot?
Yeah, it does. It does.
They recognize
Yeah,
you?
yeah. It's really
what
fun.
do they do?
They just want a picture. You know, very polite in China. Everyone's very polite.
They call you by your
Baga.
Yeah.
your Chinese name.
Yeah.
You do understand what baga is?
Yeah, yeah.
What
Well,
is it?
I know it means pug.
Well, you know, I think if we say one thing about
Wait,
it,
here is a special song we have to see. It's
Hello 2020.
Hello
Or hello the
2020.
year 2020.
小时候觉得2020好遥远，
想象那无限的变迁，
忍不住想要拨快时间。
却拥抱盼了很久的春天。
我终于来到2020的跟前，
伸手去碰碰你的脸。原来梦真能够看得见，洋溢在最最幸福的瞬间。
我们的2020，爱你爱你，不负韶华永向前。老花的笑颜，生机不变，灿烂坚定是宣言。我们的2020，爱你爱你，一心飞扬在天地间。梦想的山峰，肩扛着肩，跃入明天的画卷。小时候觉得2020好遥远，
想象那无限的变迁，
忍不住想要拨快时间。
去拥抱盼了很久的春天。
我终于来到2020的跟前，
伸手去碰碰你的脸。原来梦真能够看得见，洋溢在最最幸福的瞬间。
我们的2020，爱你爱你，不负韶华永向前。老花的笑颜，生机不变，灿烂坚定是宣言。我们的2020，爱你爱你，一心飞扬在天地间。梦想的山峰，肩扛着肩，跃入明天的画卷。我们的2020，爱你爱你，不负韶华永向前。老花的笑颜，生机不变，灿烂坚定是宣言。我们的2020，爱你爱你，一心飞扬在天地间。梦想的山峰，肩扛着肩，跃入明天的画卷，跃入明天的画卷，跃入明天的
Hello 2020. Well, 2020 is also the sound of loving you in China. So 2020, loving you. And as the oldest one in the studio, I'm the
Wow,
one
you're
handing out all these red envelopes. So we have
Nice.
4. have red envelopes.
So two for me,
Four
one for
of us. No, actually, we have two more waiting, but this is. Come on, Angela,
None
Cameron,
for me.
come join us.
Oh wow!
And they are coming with some dumplings. Your favorite food. Here we go. Here we go.
Thank you.
Here we go.
This is my first.
No, to you first then. Here you go.
Thank you.
And here you go. Cameron.
All right.
Thank you.
And here we go.
No, we're working.
Okay.
Take it. So, it's your favorite. It's the dumplings. It's the jiaozi that many
Is it
people are
good?
enjoying
Is it
these
good, Bart?
days.
So
and
good.
with the great delicious food, seasonal food, we're coming to the end of the special program. I know you can't talk now. No. But we're coming to the end of the special program. Thank you again for watching.
And on behalf of the entire CGTN crew, we wish you a happy Chinese New Year.
So everyone, happy Chinese New Year! All the best wishes and
Thank
see you
you.
again.
Bye.
And we're welcoming